YouTube, what is going on, people? What a remarkable result from the Liverpool PSG game last night at Anfield. It finished 3-2 to Liverpool. Absolutely amazing game, on the edge of my seat. Shouting when we scored. Cursing when we conceded. Oh, what an atmosphere. Brilliant game. Just every single player for Liverpool was just on it. Just the defence, the midfield. I want to say Alisson, but I don't even remember what actual saves Alisson had to make, apart from the goals he conceded could do nothing about it. They were clinical. First one was just a surprise. But hey, what can you do? So anyway, let's move on to all the in-game, the formations, man of the match, goal scorers, etc. Let's talk about this amazing 90-minute match. Drama from start to finish, brilliant. So move on to in-game tactics screen. As you can see the result there, Sturridge, Milner, Firmino are scorers. We was at home at Anfield. Bobby Firmino with the no-look celebration. Wicked Bobby Firmino getting the victory for Liverpool FC. And we're going to go across to how PSG set up. Just a brief run through of how they executed their formation and game plan. So in goal they started with Areola. Buffon, I believe, wasn't play due to some sort of stipulation from last season. Motm was at right back. Silva, Kimpembe was across the middle for PSG. Bernat was on the left back. Rabiot and Marquinhos were centres. They was playing a 4-2-3-1 formation. Di Maria was just in behind Cavani, who was up top with his own, but in front of Marquinhos and Rabiot. Mbappe to his right and Neymar to the left. Neymar and Di Maria did swap roles. It seemed Neymar was playing a little central. I don't think he was getting much luck. He didn't want to come too deep, so I think they thought, let's switch Neymar onto Alexander-Arnold. Maybe he can get some luck. One of the problems that I highlighted in my preview, go across quickly, watch the preview, won't take you long, it's worth it. A run through the possible teams that PSG was going to put out, formations, etc. And also the Liverpool formation. If you watch that preview, then you'll know I highlighted the fact that Mbappe and Neymar don't like tracking back. They're lazy. They're not even brilliant players, to be fair. No, that's a lie. But, why are PSG underachieving so much in the Champions League? That is because they are kind of like showboaters. The thing is, Mbappe has all the time in the world to develop. But if he develops with the mentality that Neymar has, where he's not a team player, because Neymar was at Barcelona, and that was the best Neymar I've ever seen, in my opinion, alongside Messi and Suarez. But he knew he had to do what he had. He knew he had shit to live up to. He knew he couldn't just walk on a pitch like he was the best there, nobody can talk to him, because he wasn't. And he was challenged. They expected a level of footballing ability from him every single game at Barcelona, and he weren't prepared to give that. Here, PSG's in not a high-level league. He can stroll around, he's on big bucks, nobody can tell him nothing. There was a number of occasions where he lost the ball, he just stood there and didn't even do, just threw his arms in the air like some spoiled child. And Mbappe will go down the same route because you can only learn from who you're following. Mbappe is good, but Mbappe can have a quiet game. I mean, you saw, he had his moment and he took it. I guess from a striker, you want one chance, one goal. It did come from, poor pass from Mo Salah in a defensive unit setup. Maybe we could have done better. People were talking about Van Dijk's tackle, which wasn't very good. I think he just tried to intercept it and before he got into the box kind of thing. The ball slid past. Listen, the man is only human. Van Dijk is only human. He can only do so much. We're not going to keep out every single team. We're just going to minimize what we conceded and eradicate shitty, stupid mistakes, which we always used to make. The Robertson goal for Meunier, nothing you could do about that. That was just bobbled off of him and it fell into Meunier's path. And he just slotted it home. There was nothing Alisson could have done about it. That was always going to be a problem with PSG, those two players. So it's like they're playing with, almost 8 men, because those two don't track back, they don't work. Left Meunier and Bernat with loads to do. Bernat's first game in however long. I think he's had one game this season before this match. Whether it's because of injury or something, I'm not sure. I was impressed with Marquinhos. He was better than I thought he was going to be in midfield. He looked like he'd been playing it a long time, to be fair. Rabiot was alright. It was not as... I expected a bit more from him, to be fair, the way everybody was talking him up. And that's probably why I never really heard of him prior to all the transfer talk. Personally, I thought Marquinhos was better than Rabiot in the match. Di Maria didn't really do much. Had the ball deep a few times. Didn't see Meunier get forward apart from the goal, really and truly. It was few and far between. Rene, didn't see him getting down Trent's side. Yeah, so all-round comfortable performance, and it shouldn't have finished 3-2. Should have probably been around 5-2. The Daniel Sturridge foul on Areola, the Mo Salah finish, I personally think that should have stood. Sturridge was going for the ball. You know, he touched the ball. Point of the matter is, if Sturridge doesn't touch the keeper's already down, but the ball's bobbled away. If he bends his knee and his leg isn't extended and doesn't touch the keeper, Mo Salah will still slot it in the corner because the keeper's on the ground. The keeper's suddenly not just going to get up, jump, and save it. It will be a goal either way. So, I don't know. And it wasn't intentional. And I think goalies have far too much protection. And if it was in the centre of the park, that would have been a play on. And then if the player doesn't get up, after the attack breaks down or it goes out of play, the referee would call it back, make sure he's all right, etc., etc., as it's not a head injury. Yeah, I thought that goal should have stood, to be honest. Sorry. If a centre-back gets a slight touch on the ball and it goes off out of play, it's going to be a corner. So what's the difference? Like, there's no difference. It's the same. The only difference is it's on a keeper and it's in the area. For me, the goal should have stood. But yes, let's talk about the Liverpool side. We went with Alisson in goal, Robertson left back, Trent Alexander-Arnold right back, VVD centre with Gomez, Milner, Henderson, Wijnaldum, Mane, Salah, and Sturridge. That was our starting lineup. I was a bit surprised. Maybe thought Keita would start, as you know from my preview. I thought it was going to go with Keita, Wijnaldum, and Milner, and maybe Firmino. But I had a slight feeling Firmino might not start because of the whole eye injury thing. So I weren't amazed to see Sturridge start. Was hoping for Shaqiri, as you might have known, but it was good. Sturridge started. It was a fantastic choice in the end because he got our opening goal with a beautiful header from a crossing. Superb. His play today was on point. He had a really, really good, strong game. I think his game was probably a solid 8. Mane was also very good. I'm going to give Mane a 7. Milner, I'm going to give him a 9. Henderson, 8. Gini, 8. Robertson, I'm going to give an 8. Van Dijk, Gomez, 8. Trent Alexander-Arnold, 8. Milner was just outstanding. 32 years old and absolutely everywhere. What is going on with this guy? What is he taking? What are we feeding him at Melwood? Because whatever it is, I need some. The amount of people talk about Henderson. I admit myself, a few seasons ago, granted, you weren't this player. Yesterday, the guy was just fire. He was up for it. He was proper up for it. Amazing. Interceptions, winning the ball back, keeping the pressure on, suffocating their box. That's what he does so good. When there's a clearance, Henderson picks up the loose balls. That second ball, even the first ball, he's there, wins it back instantly, plays it back down into either Trent or wide to Robertson, who goes into Mane, or he plays it into Mane or into Salah on the wings. It's just a cycle, it's just a repeat. Like when you listen to Spotify and you just want to listen to the same playlist, you hit the repeat. It is literally that. And the cycle just goes on and on and on and on until one occasion where he doesn't manage to do it. So kind of underrated now. He's not your Xavi, he was not your Iniesta, he's not your Alcantara, he's not your Isco, he's none of that. He doesn't really possess defense splitting pass, but that's not his job. His job is to keep pressure on whilst attacking and get your opposition defense nervous, getting them nervous, keep applying the pressure, supply the wings. He uses the space on the pitch. A pitch is rectangular. He uses the width. That's why he sideways passes. You know, he mops up, he cleans. It's not about, late runs into the box of blistering header or a volley. He's not Gerrard. But what he does, in my opinion, that simple role, he just needs somebody to do the dirty work, winning the headers, being strong in there, talking, being heard. He does that, in my opinion, probably the best in the Premier League. I'm not even lying. This season and last season, maybe the season was probably his best seasons now. And I want him to win something for it. He's had to play with that stigma of Steven Gerrard being the captain, taking the captaincy after Steven Gerrard. People just saying he's the face of Liverpool and that's it. He's got no ability or no qualities. You know what? He might not be a Fabinho. But we're still yet to see Fabinho, and Fabinho's got a lot to live up to because you're not just going to come in to Liverpool and think you're going to dispossess the captain. You've been playing in League One. We've just trampled on League One champions. Like, you was at Monaco. Let's see what you got. So moving on to Klopps subs. He made 2 substitutions. Daniel Sturridge coming off for Roberto Firmino. The other one was Salah coming off for Shaqiri. They were the two substitutions of the match. Firmino came on, fresh, full of energy, 2-2. About 3 minutes to go. We got Liverpool the winner. The scoreline 3-2. And a victory and 3 points for Liverpool in the first group match of the Champions League. We now move on to Southampton on the weekend. Then Chelsea, playing in Man City. It's been an excellent game. Hopefully I've given all their player ratings. But yes, guys, I've been Red Mist at AFC Ninja. You can follow me on Twitter, usually updating mornings during games. When the Premier League's on, it's a brand new fan page, YouTube. If you like my angle, if you like my opinions, if you like my energy, if you like anything about it, keep watching. You'll never walk alone. And let's do this, people.